Yo, what's up, guys? I'm back here with round 6 of the Madison Regionals VOD review. In this round, we have Thomas with his Ganadel BeastBox versus Adler with ZoroRoc, Lycanroc. I think we have Thomas going first in game 1. Speed this up. I forgot to speed it. Speed. All right. So yeah, I think we have Thomas going first in game 1. And again, Adele BeastBox. I don't have much experience with this deck. Don't even think I've played against it, even on like something like PTCGO. So I think he's playing Ultra Necrozma as his main secondary attacker. So an Ganadel is obviously your main attacker, and then you have a secondary attacker. Some people use Duskmane. I think Ultra Necrozma has been what's been most popular lately, and that's what we are seeing from Thomas. Is he does have the Ultra Necrozma here. So there he goes. He grabs the Ultra Necrozma. Probably looking to attach that turn 1, as then again Adele needs 1 energy to attack. So as long as he gets down to some of the Poiples, good. I assume. Oh, Naganadel is weak to Psychic. I actually didn't know that. I thought it was maybe weak to. I thought it maybe had a weakness actually. I assumed it wasn't weak to Dark, and I just assumed the card wouldn't be played. But it is weak to Psychic, so it's actually not. I mean, it's not going to be great into Adler's deck, because he does play. We even see it in his hand right now, the Mew EX. So Gandel's almost kind of like a little bit of a liability. So I don't know if he just plans to be aggressive with Ultra Necrozma the whole game through, or what his plan really is here. He did open with the Baby Duskmane, which you can use that early on. So I'm not a big fan of this attachment, just because it kind of limits your options next turn. If you attach to him, you have the option of maybe attacking with him. I don't know if he plays Max Elixir, so I don't know how big of an option attacking with this Pokemon is anyway. I guess if he was to get End, he probably plays way less Metal Energy than Psychic Energy, so he just wants to get the Metal on here so we can start to do something on his next turn. On Adler's side, we see the turn 1 Lele for Bridget. Looks like Zorua, Rockruff, probably another Zorua. Thinking about it, yeah. Zero personally. Yep, Zorua, Rockruff. Pretty standard from the pretty standard start from the side. See, he does play the Acerola, and he gets a turn 1 energy attachment. He actually plays Mewtwo as well. We see that in hand. Decides not to bench it. I don't even know if he knows what he's playing against yet. Here comes another Ultra Necrozma. See an attachment to the first Ultra Necrozma. Another Choice Band in hand. I don't think there's really a reason to play it, though. I think you just kind of want to hold it. I'm sure it looks like he has to go for Lele or a supporter here. There's a Lele. Lele thinking about what he's grabbing. Probably grab a Cynthia, I think. I don't think he wants to play down that other Choice Band. ZoroRoc decks will usually play 3 blower. So you don't want to give up the Choice Bands without getting any effect out of him. He has a Float Stone in hand too. I believe that's the other card in his hand. So you don't really want to give up those. He's going for the N. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'd rather see a Cynthia. You're kind of off to a slow start. You're probably going to fall behind in prizes. First, I would assume in the situation. Without having any Poipole set up, Adler will definitely have the option to be like aggressively, without being able to evolve any of the Poipoles into Ganadels this turn. Adler should be able to aggressively like focus those down on his next turn. He needs like DCE, Lycanroc, ZoroRoc. It's not that hard to get on a turn 2 after his turn 1 Bridget from the deck. He goes for this, so he goes for the Kartana actually, and that's actually gonna be pretty good here to get rid of the special energy on the Rockruff. To get that out of play. One card I'm curious if Adler plays is actually the Baby, and there we go. There we see the ZoroRoc, the Baby Buzzwole. I'm curious if he plays it or not. So we see 2 DC and a Sycamore, DC attach, and it'd be good to see him just Sycamore. Yeah, nice. Let's go ahead and Sycamore. Gonna play the draw support. Play it first. I see another ZoroRoc, Parallel City to 3. So already a great aggressive start here from Adler. Lycanroc, bring up the Ultra Necrozma. He's gonna start punching in with ZoroRoc. Hasn't traded yet. Should trade. Trade number 1. He has Mallow in hand, I think. So you want to keep that. Oh, now he has Mallow. I think maybe he has Cynthia. Probably. All right. So I still think we want to see a second trade here from Adler. I don't see a reason not to trade. We'll take a look at his hand. So he trades away the Float Stone. He has Cynthia in hand and double Puzzle. But he draws into also before he Lycanrocs. You should definitely trade first. You should definitely see all your options before. So there's the Lycanroc. Thinking Goes to trade float. Float's definitely fine to get rid of there. Get rid of the float. And then he has Guzma, Mallow, Cynthia. I think you should just trade the Cynthia here. You want to see more cards. You want more options on your next turn, especially with the Mallow in hand. You can kind of just build on this hand, maybe for the rest of the game or until Thomas decides to end you. So I would like to see him trade the Cynthia, get more cards, get more options for next turn. I don't see a reason not to trade the Cynthia here. She does choose just one trade. Obviously, like if you like finding another ZoroRoc, just finding more cards for next turn. Like there's so many reasons just to go ahead and trade. I would definitely like to see him trade the Cynthia. So he punches into the Ultra Necrozma for 120. That Ultra Necrozma is kind of stuck there as well because it has the choice band. So he's probably just going to commit an energy and do 110. Start getting some damage in play, and then he can follow up, or 130. Then he can follow up with like a Beast Ring on his other Ultra Necrozma and punch it for 100 with just a Beast Ring. He actually has the Beast Ring in hand, so I think he's considering just holding the hand with the Beast Ring. I think I would as well. I think I would just punch for 130 and then Beast Ring next turn. This matchup does already as it's starting to play out. This matchup feels rough. Obviously, Thomas wasn't able to get any early Naganadel, but I don't even know how effective that would be into the ZoroRoc deck. So we'll see. Back over to Adler. Again, he didn't do the trade. Down to 2 less cards. We'll see what I don't know what he's thinking about really hard here. He should definitely just trade the Cynthia immediately. Maybe the top deck. I don't know what the top deck was. Trade the Cynthia and just see what you get. Don't Mallow first. Never Mallow first. So if you have 2 trades, you trade first, then Mallow, then trade. Because what if you just get the 2 cards off the trade, then you save the Mallow. You don't need to Mallow for your. He's going for the Mallow. This I really do not like this. This is a basic gameplay error here from Adler. He's playing the Mallow. That means he definitely has a card to trade in hand. So trade that away, draw 2 more cards, then play Mallow, then trade. If you get one of the cards you need, you're set. You're good. Yeah, I don't like this at all. This is a pretty basic gameplay error here with ZoroRoc. So he's going for the strong energy. And if he's even looking just to punch in with the ZoroRoc, which I'd like to see him move this ZoroRoc actually. It looks like Kukui strong energy he went. It's interesting. I don't know what he's looking for the Kukui. Maybe he's looking to be able to KO this one on the next turn. I guess that's fine. But still, once again, trade first. Now he's used 1 trade. Got the strong, sure. And now he's just not going to trade again. Why wouldn't you just trade first? Look for 2 more cards that you can trade away. One of those you can should be able to trade away. And then you use Mallow, trade into it, and you plus 2 cards on the turn. Okay, and then he goes for the okay. So this is actually super poor sequencing here from Adler. Let's just refresh it. Let's just review it. Starts his turn. Chooses to use. Starts his turn. He obviously has a card to trade out of his hand because Mallow. That means he knows a card out of his hand is tradable. So here we go. Looks at his discard pile real fast. Goes back to his hand. He knows he has a card to trade away because he's using Mallow, and he plans to trade into the cards he Mallows for on top. So he goes for the Mallow, and then that means he has a card he's going to trade out of his hand. So why not just trade that card first, draw 2 more cards, then decide on the Mallow? Here we go. Mallow. And he also the way he's playing out this turn, he knows he's attacking in with this Pokemon, which means this is going to get knocked out, which means why are you Mallowing for Kukui when you have a Lele in hand? It's not horrible actually because it'd be nice to save the bench spot, but decide after your first trade. So he goes to Mallow initially. He wants the strong because he wants to set up Lycanroc. That's great. That's a good play. You know, we want to set up the Lycanroc with the strong. But what if we just traded and drew into the strong on the first trade? Then we don't need a Mallow this turn. We get to save the Mallow. So he gets strong and he gets Kukui for next turn. We have Lele for Kukui. This thing is almost certainly getting knocked out from a Beast Ring on the following turn. There's no reason for us to grab Kukui here. So big misplay. Big sequencing error. Should have traded 1 first. Should have traded away the. Everybody trades away actually already. We'll go ahead and see. Let him finish his Mallow. I forget what he trades away here. He trades away the Lele, right? Yeah, so he traded away the Lele for these 2 after the Mallow. He should have just traded away the should have kept the Lele. Should have traded away the Cynthia, I think. Should have traded away the Cynthia at the beginning of the turn. Should have traded away the Cynthia last turn. So he has 2 more cards on this turn to help him decide what he's doing this turn. Instead, he doesn't trade away the Cynthia last turn, so he's got 2 less cards going into this turn. This turn he goes Mallow before knowing he's going to trade away the Lele, then he should just trade away Lele first, which actually I think should be the Cynthia. Trade away the Cynthia, draw your 2 cards, then Mallow for the cards you need. If those are not the cards you need, Mallow for the 2 cards you need. Trade one of the 2 cards you drew. This is pretty poor sequencing from Adler. And then he just doesn't trade again. You always want to trade, man. Every time you want to trade. Every time you have a trade available, unless your hand is like 3 puzzle or something. All right, maybe don't trade, but otherwise trade. And here, even after all of this, I would still trade away the Cynthia. Yeah, I would still trade away the Cynthia here. So he gets ZoroRoc, timer ball off the prizes. See, Thomas is thinking. I think he's thinking about either going in with the baby Dusk, excuse me, baby Duskmane, but it looks like he's gonna settle with the Ultra Necrozma. So he needs to find a Psychic Metal. I don't see a metal in there. So he goes for 2 Psychic. I don't know about that, especially if he does plan to attack with the Ultra Necrozma. Wasting a Psychic out of his deck. He was burning a Psychic to go to the discard pile. We'll see what he ends up going with for sure, though. He's thinking. Puts him back. Just 1, right? You just want to do 100 damage, knock out the ZoroRoc. Yep, you have the metal in hand, so just get 1 with the beast strength. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Maybe should have gone with the baby Duskmane, but that does just get knocked out by, I'm pretty sure it has 130 HP. It might have 160, I'm actually not sure. That does just get knocked out by the Lycanroc on a Claw Slash if it does have the 1. Now you definitely have to play a supporter. Your hand's dead. Find some more cards. Oh, is that another beast ring that he got? Two more beast rings in hand. All right, sure. So it's been a rough game. Oh, he does play Max Elixir as well. So it's been a rough game for Thomas, for sure so far. Wasn't able to set up aggressive. He went first and wasn't able to be aggressive at all with the Ganondorf. But even though it is weak to the Mew and the Mew could come out from Adler, I think you still wanna try, punch some Zoruas early, stuff like that. He maybe isn't running the Ganondorf, unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure he is. Maybe it's just like a 2/2. Maybe it's not a very heavy. Oh, he plays Dawn Wings as well. So maybe there's no Naganadel in here. Maybe I'm mistaken, actually. We'll see how his turn develops, though. Or how these games develop. See if he plays the... I thought he played Naganadel, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mistaken here. So he's sitting after Dawn Wings. Whiffs the Max Elixir. Okay, I think I saw a Poipole in there. He should be playing Naganadel then. Whiffs the Max Elixir. That's pretty rough. I think he was looking to set up for Dawn Wings GX, which is basically his only... Okay, he's got double beast ring in hand actually though, so he's still good on energy actually. Do another one. There we go. So actually this turn he could GX the Lycanroc, but then he has no or GX the ZoroRoc, but then he has no response to the Lycanroc. So I think he's just gonna chill. Maybe he's thinking about it, so he's gonna go in with that and GX. Okay, I guess this is I think. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. But if he has second Lycanroc, he's Adler's definitely gonna look to Kukui plus GX this thing on the bench because this has no threat anymore. So I don't know if Adler has second Lycanroc in his deck or not. He has the timer ball in hand. He has double puzzle in hand. So if it's there, he should be good. I think I don't know what he's holding in hand right now. He has the Kukui as well. Like he has it all to go this turn. He's going with the ZoroRoc. Not sure about that. Brings up the Kartana. So I'm hoping his second Lycanroc is actually just prized here, because otherwise the Lycanroc play was definitely the way to go, and just get rid of the only threat in play, and then you pick off the Dawn Wings next turn. He can still just pick off the Dawn Wings next turn if he GXs this turn, but you should just get rid of the Ultra Necrozma here. Because now the Ultra Necrozma could potentially knock out your active. Heads. Please don't let it. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there was a Lycan. So that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So it looks like the second Lycanroc's prize, so this is fine then. He's gonna GX, bench ZoroRoc. No reason not to bench ZoroRoc. Okay, hold on. Alright. So he already committed to supporter for the turn. He's taking this knockout. He plans to knock out Dawn Wings next turn for his last 2 prizes, which means the only way he loses is if he gets end. He might be out of ZoroRocs. I don't think so, though. And it's also possible that one of his prizes, which means he could draw it off his prizes when he doesn't. I think maybe his thought process here is leave a spot open for Lele. But if this doesn't get knocked out, you're winning the game anyways. So here we go. Trade away the Kukui. The Kukui doesn't win you the game. Trade away the Kukui. If this thing doesn't die, you win the game. If this thing dies, you have nothing to kill Kukui to kill this with anyway. So you're just going to look to kill the Dawn Wings. So bench the ZoroRoc. Trade away the Kukui. Trade away the ZoroRoc makes no sense. Trade away the ZoroRoc makes no sense. Trade away Parallel City is fine. Yeah, trade away the ZoroRoc there makes no sense. Bench the ZoroRoc, trade away the Kukui. It doesn't have any functionality anymore. If this Lycanroc lives another turn, you win the game. There's no way you lose. You have 2 turns to find Guzma DCE. Bench the Zorua in case you need to find Guzma DC in one turn. Because he could come up, knock out your Lycanroc, and then Guzma the Lele for the game on the next turn. So it makes no sense to trade away the Zorua because it has a potential of drawing 2 extra cards on your next turn if you get N down low and you draw into a ZoroRoc. So pretty big mistake there on the other side. I don't know what he's thinking about here. I don't think he's played a supporter yet. So I would just play the Kukui to draw cards, thin out the deck. Kukui's not the win condition, Guzma is the win condition. So just play the Kukui, get it out of your deck. You maybe draw like an Ultra Ball that you can then use to Ultra Ball some other cards at your hand and thin your deck. There's the GX. So the Lycanroc was prized. He just got it out of the prizes. Yeah. So play the Kukui there. Then just play the Kukui there. Because it's not your win condition. It doesn't help you do anything. The only thing it helps you maybe do is kill the baby Dawnwings, which I'm not even sure has 130. I think it might have 160. I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure why he sent up this. You're kind of forced to attack with this turn. Just save the energy on this so then you can... Oh, he has the Flowstone in hand. Maybe that's why I sent it up. I guess that's fine then. Poipole comes down, thin the deck. He has N in hand, I'm pretty sure. Let's hit this Max Elixir. Come on. Big whiff. Oh no, there we go. We got it. All right. So now he has the Choice Band. He's going to knock out the Lycanroc, play the N. Like I said, that's what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. Bench the Zorua just in case you draw ZoroRoc and you need to draw the extra 2 cards. Go, Adler cuts. Choice Band comes down, Flowstone to the active, and then N, I believe. Yep, he's got the N. So Adler will be looking for draw supporter into DCE Lycanroc, or just Guzma to DCE. Finish it off with his Adler. He has Ultra Ball for Lele for Cynthia, so then he can look for this. You probably trade first to see if you get to DC, then you can go Lele for Guzma. So we'll see. Top deck Mew. No. So he's going to go Ultra Ball, Lele for Cynthia, I'm sure, or Sycamore if he has another Sycamore. I don't think he probably doesn't play another Sycamore. So we'll go for the Cynthia. I would have liked to see him trade first because if you trade into a DCE, then you can Guzma. So yeah, I would have liked to have seen him trade first. Yeah, not a big fan of the immediate go for Cynthia. Now you have to draw into the Lycanroc. Well, he's got it. Yeah, double puzzle. Should be game. Puzzle, DC, Lycanroc. All right. Worked out fine. I would have liked to see the trades first. Trade first. Look for DCE. Find it. It's also possible. He also could have had Mallow in his deck. We talked about that earlier in the game. Mallow could have still been in his deck, which makes that close out really easy. You trade once, then Ultra Ball, then trade the last card for the 2 cards you Mallowed for. All right. Game 2. Thomas is going to go first. Opens the Ultra Necrozma. I think we want to see what's it called come down earlier here to start taking some cheap knockouts. I don't think he can win just through Ultra Necrozma. I don't think he I literally just don't think he has enough energy to like do that and can be efficient enough about the energy to actually win just through Ultra Necrozma. So I'd like to see Poipole come down and try and be aggressive about like knocking out a Zorua early, something like that. Knocking out Zoruas, knocking out Rockruffs maybe. So he's just gonna go for the Ultra Necrozma again though. See, I don't know if his deck can actually keep up consistently enough to actually win the game through just going Ultra Necrozma. It maybe can. Like I said, I don't have a ton of experience with the BeastBox decks. So there's potential that he can actually just keep up just by going Ultra Necrozma, Max Elixir, and then eventually Beast Ring triggers, Beast Rings. Maybe that's enough for him to draw his 6 prizes. We'll see. I mean, Adler does have the Mewtwo to offset the prize exchange, and then that's like really expensive for when I mean expensive, I mean like it's really costly for Thomas to then knock out a Mewtwo, because Mewtwo Choice Band will set up pretty much a knockout for any of to set up a 2-shot for pretty much any follow up from Adler's other attackers, and then it's like really costly energy wise for Thomas to take care of a Mewtwo. So like get rid of 2 psychics to knock out a Mewtwo, and that does not feel good. Or he has to set up the Dawnwings, and obviously you don't want to put Dawnwings out in play at all if you can avoid it. Max Elixir hits it. That's nice. Back of his hand and attach the metal. Nice. So he's got a decently aggressive start. Definitely gonna look for. I assume he wants to like get out the Dawnwings plus Floatstone next turn, and then just start, or even just a Floatstone on the active. Yeah, you ideally don't want to Floatstone on the active though because you want to leave for Choice Band. So Dawnwings plus Floatstone is definitely ideal for Thomas here over this draw plus next turn's draw. Keep switching the side on which his deck is on. To get that in the active, take an early knockout on his Zorua. I think that's definitely what he wants to go for. Got the Wonder Tag. Bridget, I expect to see double Zorua Rockruff again if both Zoruas are in there. Hopefully none are prized. The whole squad showed up to play in game 2. Looks like one Zorua is prized. Yeah, I definitely think if a Zorua is not prized, you still definitely want to take a Zorua there, even though you already have 3 in play. Your active one is probably getting knocked out, and if not, you can go into quad ZoroRoc, which is just, that's a lot of draw. Once again, the turn 1 energy attachment, so running very well from, and he's got timer ball in hand, running very well from Adler. Yeah, I guess that field. I wasn't sure if I was a huge fan of that field blow, but I think it's fine. Once again, Thomas is going to be switching which side his deck is on, I think. I don't know if it's the judges at the table want him to switch or what. And we're going back to the other side. All right. Did he forget his prizes? No, I think they just moved him in. That's good. Okay, we're good. Draw for turn. Currently no way to move his active. If he had a Guzma here, Guzma would be really nice to maybe knock out the Rock Ruff. Yeah, I would like to see that, I think. Deciding where to attach. I think you just attach active. I think he has a metal, so I'm not sure why he didn't go with the metal attachment. So the metal attachment does a couple things. It means there's more psychic energy in your deck to hit off max elixirs. You already get the metal and play on the Ultra Necrozma. I would have liked to see the metal attachment, actually. I'm not sure why he attached the psychic. I don't know if there's some reasoning behind that, behind Ultra Necrozma. Like I said, I haven't played around with Ultra Necrozma that much since the new second map. But I think I would have liked to have seen a metal attachment. The psychic doesn't really make much sense to me. I would attach a psychic if that was the only energy in my hand, but you saw he had the metal energy. Looks like he did not find Floatstone. It looks like he found a mysterious treasure, so he could have got Dawn Wings, but gonna happen. Timer ball. Let's see some heads. Tails. Heads. There we go. Expect to see just a ZoroRoc here. All the active. Yep. All right. So Adler kind of lucked out that Thomas was not able to find a way to move his active. Floatstone to Lele, and I'm trying to think if I would have rather seen the Floatstone on the active ZoroRoc. This is fine. Actually, no, I would have liked to have seen the Floatstone on the active ZoroRoc, I think. Yeah, ideally, you don't want your ZoroRoc to get knocked out. And he actually could have punched into this with a Lele this turn. If he gets Lycanroc DCE, he could just punch this with a Lele instead of a ZoroRoc. So that way he doesn't lose his ZoroRoc, and he keeps the extra ZoroRoc in play for the trades later on. Sure, it's easier for him to knock out a Lele than the ZoroRoc, but keeping a ZoroRoc than a Lele is definitely it's priority. So we see one trade. All right, can we see full trades this time? Thinking about Ultra Balling already. Don't Ultra Ball yet. You have 2 trades. I'm going to be pretty tilted if you Ultra Ball before he trades. Trade away the Choice Band or the Sycamore. Probably the Choice Band, actually. Sycamore, doesn't matter. Trade away one of them. You have 2 trades left. Don't Ultra Ball. No, don't trade the Ultra Ball. Hit this Necrozma. You can get a Lycanroc. I don't like that either. Third trade, yeah, he gets a Lycanroc anyways. Okay. Well, so that's pretty poor too from Adler. So he's thinking about the trade again. You ideally want to hit this Ultra Necrozma because it's like more set up than this one. And it's gonna come into the active. Like if you hit this one, he Floatstones, retreats, knocks you out with this one. Then kind of stuck. But you hit this one, you have a turn for him to be like, okay, knock you out, and then you go N, knock it out, and put him in a worse spot. But instead of guaranteeing himself the so he attaches another mistake is just a sequencing mistake is attaching DCE before you finish trading. Always finish trading. Do all of your trades first, then look at your options, then decide how you're playing the game. You're definitely trading again here. You're never not trading again here. If you're definitely trading again, you don't attach it because you're definitely trading again. Don't make any permanent actions until you've seen all your options. So sequencing error here again. Thinking. Trade away the Sycamore, or the Choice Band, actually. Trade away the Choice Band. 100% trade away the Choice Band. All right, he goes with the Ultra Ball. And we, like I said, we definitely want to look to hit this one. So while you're trading away Ultra Ball, we can easily Ultra Ball 2 cards out of our hand to get Lycanroc to Lycanroc's. Kind of want to keep the Choice Band. So I would be fine with trading away the Sycamore, because the Choice Band's pretty good on here to make sure we can get to the numbers to GX Ultra Necrozma at some point. Trade away Mew is obviously fine. He's not even going for Naganadel. Just draws the Lycanroc, so he got pretty fortunate that it just dropped. We could have held the Ultra Ball, and we could have Ultra Balled away the Mew, it looks like, or Lele and Choice Band or something, Ultra Ball for the Lycanroc, right? Just keep the Ultra Ball in hand there. We want to hit this with ZoroRoc this turn. That way we for sure can get the Lycanroc. Finish your trades, get more options for the Ultra Ball. Don't attach to DCE yet. Look at your whole hand. You're like, okay, DCE comes down. I have more options for Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball away these cards. Get the Lycanroc this up, smack it for 120, set it up for when it inevitably attacks next turn. All right. Back to Thomas. We see the treasure. All right, there's Poiple. See, I don't know why he didn't look for Poiple earlier if he's now going to look for Poiple now. Poiple's better more aggressively. So get the Poiples out early, get yourself that option, the aggressive option from the Ganadel. But he seems to be shying away from the Poiples. I'm sure he's aware that MuEX is in Adler's deck, but you shouldn't be playing this scared. I don't think you can actually reasonably win with just Ultra Necrozma. You need some early prizes. You need some early pressure from the Naganadel. So you got the Kartana, which is very sick here for him. He's going to be able to get away. Once again, get rid of that special energy on the Lycanroc. Adler, unfortunately, not be able to find the basic energy first, which is ideally what you want to find. You'll find the basic energy. And then here's what I was talking about. If you attach the Float Stone to the ZoroRoc, you could have hit with Lele this turn for 80, setting it up for a 2-shot for a ZoroRoc to follow up on the next turn. We could have gone Float Stone here before he setting himself up so that if he gets the Lycanroc play, a DCE Lycanroc smack, he could hit in with the Lele. Lele hitting this also sets up a 2-shot. So even if he whiffs the Lycanroc, the Lele could still hit into this to set up this for a 2-shot. Now he loses a ZoroRoc, he loses a trade. He's going to be less efficient off of ends. His deck overall, the draw power is going to be less efficient. You're okay with giving up this Lele early. Just give up the Lele. I'm sure it's a little bit easier for Thomas to knock out, but not that much easier. He seems to be playing 3 or 4 choice band, pretty heavy on the choice bands. He's probably going to be able to find the KO here. He still exhausts all of his energy, which is like the important part to knock out the Lele. Feed him the Lele this turn. You save the ZoroRoc. Now you just lose a ZoroRoc. You lose a trade. The best follow-up here is to end your opponent because they're going into Beast Ring turn, so you want to keep their hand as small as possible. Hit with the Lele this turn. Keep a ZoroRoc in play. It's again another error from Adler. There it is. I don't even remember what that stadium's called. He gets the baby Necrozma. With the Kartana, he kind of has given up around playing around Lycanroc. As far as the bench goes, he got rid of the energy, so Lycanroc can't attack for a couple turns at the very least, or at the very most, a couple turns at the very least. Good with that. Flowstone there. He's got 2 card hand and knockout for 2. So I guess you don't have to end here if you are Adler. Because so he can actually get the knockout with the Mewtwo from his hand because he kept the choice band. He still has the choice band, so that's actually pretty sick. We should definitely go for that. I see the Mewtwo in his hand, so we don't have to end here as Adler because he has a 4-card hand, 4-4. You're not doing yourself that many favors by ending him to try and play around Beast Ring. We do have the Mewtwo play. We definitely want to go attack with the Mewtwo. It's doing 40, 60, 70. That's the knockout. That's perfect. And then we just Sycamore away the rest of the hand. Mewtwo's great here. Get Mewtwo in there, Sycamore the hand, or he's got Cynthia, so Cynthia's fine as well. It's pretty close. Sycamore's fine. Latios, there's the basic energy. A little late. Anyway, ZoroRoc, that's fine. Parallel City, I'm down. So I don't know about this Parallel City here. You're not making him get rid of anything important. It's Lele Poiple. Because you're putting him on Beast Ring turn, so he doesn't really care about this. I mean, it would have been nice for him to knock out this, but then if MuEX responds, you kind of lose the game anyways. But now all of a sudden, you gave Thomas a chance to play around Lycanroc again. Before, Thomas could not play around Lycanroc. Also, his bench is full, so what was he going to get off the stadium anyways, right? Now you put him back down to 3, and Thomas is like, "You're knocking out my active. I only have 3 Pokemon to play. I can play around Lycanroc again." He couldn't play around Lycanroc before, but now he gets the chance to play around Lycanroc again. So I actually don't like this Parallel City here at all. It doesn't feel right at all. Not a big fan of that Parallel City. I don't know what Thomas ideally gets rid of. Ideally Lele Poiple looks like. I don't know if you need the Poiple though to actually deal with this Mewtwo. I feel like you almost do to keep the Poiple in play to go to an Aganadel and then deal with this Mewtwo because the Mewtwo feels pretty rough to deal with right now. So yeah, if he just doesn't do this, I think Adler puts himself in a better spot by not. Because then like Lycanroc's online. Now he gives Thomas the chance to be like, okay, if I just don't bench anything this turn, we're good. We don't have to worry about Lycanroc for a couple turns. 70, 120, yep, knockout. 190 total. So first 2 prizes from Adler here. We've already got the Beast Ring in hand. I don't know how much damage this does. Hopefully they pull it up on the screen right over here so I can actually tell what's going on with that card. So he's got the Dawn Wings. Hopefully, I think it does 130 actually, so he might be able to just get the knockout. I'm not a big fan of this Poiple search because we just talked about playing around Lycanroc. So if you need to put down a Lele now, you have another bench Pokemon. So I wouldn't get Poiple here. I would wait until after the Sycamore and then decide if you want a Poiple. Here comes the Beast Ring. Metal Psychic. Let's see. I don't even know what his attack cost is. He's looking through the rest of his deck. He wants to check the rest of what he's got. I think he has 1 metal left in deck. I think it might be his double metal for the second attack. Okay, no, he's charging up. He must have a Flowstone in hand. No Flowstone in hand. I guess he's just chilling. I guess he could just be content with just passing with that thing in the active and looking for a Guzma on the next turn. But Adler's hand is so big that he's definitely going to be able to chase this and hit it next turn. So I'm not a huge fan of this play. This play doesn't really go anywhere. He's just going to be able to smack this with Mewtwo again. Like, Mewtwo will just be able to smack this Naganadel for sure. Or not Naganadel. Ultra Necrozma. He's checking Lycanroc. He's like, can I bench another Pokemon? You gotta be afraid of multi-switch. That's why I don't like this Poiple bench, because if he's actually gonna go get another Pokemon to bench here, he's just going for the Naganadel. I would have liked to have seen him decide to bench the Poiple after the Sycamore. This can search at any point. Just see your hand, see if you need anything else first. I think he's gonna go for a 60 snipe. Probably on the Lycanroc. Just in case his choice band gets blowered, he can still clean it up. Lycanroc's still like the major threat here, I feel like, for sure. There's 2 Zoroarks, so you'd have to take 2 turns to snipe him, which by then, Adler's done nothing by then. Sheesh. He's going with Lele. I guess Lele makes sense too. You can clean it up later with a Naganadel or something like that. I can't see his full hand, so I don't know if I like that trade or not. He traded a Zorua. Trading Ultra Ball seems fine. Once again, he should have, I should have mentioned, just want to bring it up. He should probably have 3 Zoroarks in play here. This Lele should be a Zoroark, so he would have another trade, which means he's drawing that many more cards. He's standing that much better. He's that much more end proof. Reiterate that. That's a big hand. I don't see double puzzle. I also don't see a strong energy, which is something that he ideally wants to find. I do see Ultra Ball, so I expect him to go get a Lycanroc if it's not prized, and then punch this Ultra Cross. Alright, he's got the Guzma. Guzma works too. It up. Attach. Ideally, I think he wants a strong in play. He doesn't have it in hand, so he's just going to go with the basic fighting. That'll have to do. Retreat, and he's just going to smack the Ultra Necrozma for a lot. 150, actually, I think. No. 80, 110. 110. Not quite. Yeah, for 110. Alright, back over to Thomas. Thomas definitely wants a Guzma play here, I would imagine, to knock out some GX on the bench. So yeah, this matchup, like I said at the beginning, I'm not super familiar with this matchup, but it definitely doesn't feel great for Thomas. Definitely doesn't feel great for Thomas. I think it's hard for him to just win through Ultra Necrozma. I think he had to go for, I think you need Naganadel to do something early on. I think he's going to go for actually a Tapu Cure here. No, he can get the knockout. He can retreat off the Lele, go for the knockout. And then once again, because he has the multi-switch play is still live for Adler. So once again, because he put bench this Poiple, turning into a situation where Adler can now win through knocking out this and then setting up second Lycanroc, knocking out something off the bench. Yeah. I really don't like the Poiple bench when he did the Poiple. Another Beast Ring. So it looks like he maybe only runs a 1-1 Naganadel. Maybe it's 2-2. Maybe there's some pieces prized. He's probably discarded some pieces by now too. Probably a 2-2. Probably a 2-2 Naganadel. And he's gonna get the knockout on the Lycanroc. I like it. But it's still gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough for Thomas to win this game. So Adler, he just needs to set up right now is when you like set up your game plan to try and draw 6 prizes. Or your last not 6 prizes, your last 4 prizes. I think we're looking at Claw Slash this into GX something, as well as ending this turn if you can. So we see a trade immediately. He finds the double puzzle, so he can get the Lycanroc back. I think he has multi-switch in hand. He's had it for a while, I'm pretty sure. Just sitting on it, so he can move the energy off the Mewtwo. The other thing would be to Kukui knock out the active, leave Mewtwo active, but then if Thomas can fill his bench with beasts and then just get the knockout on the Lele with the knockout on the Lele with the Naganadel. I think he's going for he has to go for a strong energy here. Paralocity would be okay too, but I think he actually needs the strong energy. See the strong energy. Lycanroc strong. Evolve to Lycanroc. No ability, strong. And I would like to see an N. He has 1 trade left, and I would like to see an N as a way to close out this turn. Don't see an N. He does have Ultra Ball. He does have Stretcher. Uses the ability. Okay, he checks. There's Lele in there. Go for the Ultra Ball. Thin out the deck a little bit. Yeah, I like this. Let's see the rest of the hand. Probably get rid of the Fighting Energy. CE maybe. I wouldn't get rid of the Cynthia. I would keep the Cynthia. Lele gets N, plays N. He has one trade left. Not playing the N yet. Please don't trade before you N. Please trade after you N. Float. Sure. N, please. Yep. Yeah, okay. There we go. There's the N. He has one more trade left. Definitely want to see him trade something up on the other side of this end. Draw some cards. Figure out a way to set up the game for next turn. Colossus this turn, and then look to GX the Kartana or the Lele to close it out. Or trade away the N. I think they're discussing if he has any trades left. He definitely has a trade left. I'm almost positive. I did not see him trade twice. Trade the N. Choice band might be good. Stretcher actually is. Trade the N. You don't need that to close out the game. Like Rock lives, you should be able to win the game. All right. It's going to be tough for Thomas to close out the game with the 1-card hand that he has. 2-card hand, my bad. He'll be a 3-card hand soon. He needs to somehow figure out a way to draw. Oof. 2 prizes. Excuse me. I don't think he really has a way to draw 2 prizes. I'm trying to think. Not this turn anyways. I think he needs 2 turns, and that means Adler should be able to close out the game in 2 turns. Or not 2 turns, on his turn. Adler should be able to close out the game on his turn. We'll see. He has it. He just needs Guzma. I don't know if one of his last puzzle is prized, so he could also have the option of double puzzle. Oh, he's got the treasure for the Lele actually. So he might go for N here. Yeah, he's gonna go for the N. His deck's actually really thin. So yeah, Adler had a pretty big hand, like a 6-card hand off the prizes. So put Adler down. Hopefully live another turn. But then he still needs to draw into like, and I don't even know. He still needs a lot to close out the game. Got the Metal Energy for attachment. I actually don't know. Once again, I don't know what this. Let's see how much damage it does on the second attack. 100. Okay, 100 damage. Trade number 1. Trade number 2. Great. And once again, I'm just going to bring this up again. We should have 3 trades in play. This Lele should be a ZoroRoc. Set up one more time. So we see the Parallel City from Adler, but he doesn't have a way to win the game yet. He should definitely play Mallow and set up the game on top of his deck, and then probably retreat to Mewtwo. Just don't have a GX in your active. Maybe not even not having GX in your active is fine. You could send up a ZoroRoc. ZoroRoc's fine actually. Yeah, attack sure. Mallow set up. Double puzzle on top, I think. I don't know what he put on top. Definitely should just put double puzzle, I think though. I'm not sure what he put. Looked like Acerola something. So he attacks. I don't know about the attack. I don't think there's really a reason to attack here. You could just retreat pass. Double puzzle on top for Guzma. Energy. You already have the energy in hand, so you can double puzzle for pretty much anything. I don't think there's really a reason to attack. Here. As far as I can tell, I don't see it. So if he had Guzma, he had game, but he does not. Thomas does not have the Guzma. He only has the Sycamore. I don't even know if he has any Guzmas left, actually. None in hand, a very thin deck, so it's possible he has none left. I don't even know who's out at this point. If he has no Guzma, there's like really no way for him to win the game. He's thinking Max Elixir checks the last card in his deck. Thinking again. I don't think there's any reason to not evolve to the choice band treat. He's gonna swing for. I don't even know how much damage it does. I think it's 90, so 70. It's 20 for 20 for each. Yeah, see if we can take it back. Oh, he already attached. Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna do 70, I think. Yeah, 70. So yeah. Adler put Acerola on top of his deck for some reason. Hold on. Yeah, he put Acerola something on top of his deck for some reason. I don't. Does he have Guzma? Yeah, so that was weird. Adler definitely messed up that Mallow. There's no reason to put So first of all, there's no reason to attack with this ZoroRoc into this. Getting the energy in play is okay. I would have just attached again to Lycanroc. I would have treated Lycanroc attached to Lycanroc. That's your win condition. That's how you're winning the game. Then Mallow for double puzzle or put the Guzma on top. I don't know why he put the Acerola. Now he had to trade again to make sure he could get what he needed. He thought he was going into like an Acerola chain here, but that you have game on board. If Lycanroc dies, you lose. If Lycanroc lives, you win. His special energy removal is out of play. Yeah, if Lycanroc lives, you win. If Lycanroc dies, you lose. So just set up Lycanroc to win the game. Retreat the Lycanroc, attach again to the Lycanroc. Mallow for double puzzle, just put the Guzma on top. Instead, he tries to get super fancy with the Acerola. I don't know what he was thinking was going to happen. Then, yeah, there we go. He does manage to close out the game. This matchup definitely seems favored. Like I said, I don't have a ton of experience with BeastBox, but this matchup seems favored for ZoroRoc for sure. I don't think we saw... I would have liked to have seen Thomas. So the one thing I think we should have seen from Thomas was him be more aggressive with the Naganadel. Because he needs something to, like... He can't just go all out with Ultra Necrozma, it seems, in this matchup. It doesn't seem like there's enough. You don't have enough energy. You don't have enough time. There's just not enough through just Ultra Necrozma with the way the deck is built to win the game through just Ultra Necrozma. So I would have liked to see him go into Naganadel early. You know, pick up some early Zorua knockouts. Pick up maybe an early Rockruff knockout. Whatever it may be. Put some pressure on with the Naganadel. Follow up with Ultra Necrozma. Don't just go all out Ultra Necrozma. I don't think you have enough to win the game through just Ultra Necrozma. Adler, there was a ton of sequencing errors. We went over, I think all of them, all the ones that I saw, we went over all the sequencing errors. A lot of a lot of errors with trading, supporter use. So yeah, there was that on Adler's side. Thomas, I would like to see him be more aggressive with it again. I don't think Ultra Necrozma can do it itself in this matchup. You just have to hope they don't hit the. It's okay if they do the Mewtwo early, especially like if you go knock out a Zorua, knock out the Mewtwo, or if you knock out like 2 small Pokemon with this and then knock out a Mewtwo. I mean, if they go into the Mew, you just knock out the Mew. If the Mew has to come up and knock out an Naganadel, that's fine. Whatever, you deal with it at that point. But don't not use the Naganadel at all, because it definitely seems like it's not enough to win this matchup. You got to go with Naganadel early, put some pressure on, take some cheap knockouts maybe. It gets knocked out by Mew, it gets 2-shot by a ZoroRoc and a Mewtwo, whatever it may be. Then you follow up with Ultra Necrozma and go from there. So that's going to do it for round 6, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'll be back with round 7 shortly. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.